All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedules to join us in a conversation about a company and actually we would say a movement that is going to change hundreds of thousands of lives. We think that it's paramount to have this discussion before we head into our convention in the next couple weeks because we know that there's some big things happening. The company is just 2 years old and you're going to hear why, but it is important for you to hear this conversation as we head into our national event because many people's lives coming out of that are going to be making decisions. And we want you to be kind of the first to even hear about this conversation. So my name is Jen Perga. I am in Southern California on this Saturday, and it is really great to be with you guys this morning. And so welcome. We're excited to have this conversation. I have no doubt that at the end of it, you will want to make a decision either to be a part of this with us or invite people to take a look with you to be a part of it as well. So my first guest speaker that I get to introduce you to this morning. Her name is Stacy Vasayo. She's a six-figure income earner. She has been traditionally in business as well as in this style of marketing. And she's been a world-class athlete. She is a mom of two little boys that are so much fun and are her why. She's really passionate, though, about helping people change their lives physically and financially. So Stacy, thanks so much for sharing with these guys the first part of why we're excited about this conversation with Vasayo.
Oh, thanks so much, Jen. I really appreciate you and having me on and all that you guys do for the team and all the leaders that have invited you guys on. So if you're on today and you've been invited by someone probably special or within your network and they think highly of you, they probably were thinking, okay, this is something that would benefit this individual, right? Whether it's in some small way or in a really impactful way, they cared enough about you to share because let's be honest, sometimes it's scary to share something you're doing with the people that you love because you're nervous that they may not be interested or you're nervous that they may not like you. So just know that it comes from a place of love and they're excited to have you guys on. I know for myself and my husband, we are out here in California, in Fresno, California, and we had a traditional business for about 14 years and we thought we were living this amazing dream, right? The American dream is to own your own business, be your own boss, and to do all the things when you want, how you want. But unfortunately, it kind of doesn't exactly work out that way. And we quickly realized that as a result of having our own business, we didn't have just one boss like an employee. We actually had a million bosses for all the customers that came into our door, for every single employee. If we weren't there to pay payroll, if we weren't there to do all those things, it didn't get done, right? And so we found this kind of need and aching for something more. And I know that I constantly felt like there's something more out there for me, but I didn't know what it was. And so network marketing kind of fell into our laps at a later point when I least expected it. And to be honest, that I wasn't open to it. And if you have that need, maybe your need is that you want to be debt-free, to be able to pay all your bills in 1 month, write the checks, pay them online, whatever it is you do, and not have to go, okay, can I pay all my bills? That would be amazing. There's so many families in America that can't pay all their bills in 1 month without thinking about it. So imagine what kind of a life would that be if you could take on something extra that would enable you to be able to do that? What would that free up in your life? How would that make you feel? What if that need for you is that you want to travel more? Get out there and see the world and see what there is out there because, you know, this small little place that we live in, there's so many people that don't ever leave, what is it, like a 25 or 50 mile radius their entire life because one, it's probably a monetary reason that they don't either have the time or the money to be able to do that. And so what if there was something out there that could enable you to have a little bit more of time freedom and then also the monetary and financial assistance to be able to go and see and do things that you've always wanted to do, that other people are always doing, that you get to see on social media, but you've never been able to do. And for those of you that have family, little ones, or even, you know, mom and dad before they pass away, there's this need for wanting to do family time and have that quality time with those people that we love before it's too late? Well, unfortunately, when we're working really, really hard and we're doing the 9 to 5, we don't always have the family time that we want. And so what if there was something out there that would allow you to be able to make a schedule and do the things that you wanted when you wanted? It's not saying that you're not going to be working, but it does mean that there might be something that possibly out there could allow you to figure out your own schedule. And then how many of us want to feel better, right? I know for myself, as I've gotten older, I start getting these aches and pains, and things don't feel as, I don't feel like that little spring chicken when I jump up in the morning. Things kind of ache a little bit more. So what if there was products out there, or a product line, or a new technology that could enable you to feel better on a daily basis? What more out of life would you get if every day you woke up, you felt just a little bit better than you did the day before, or you felt like a little bit of a younger version of yourself? What would that do for your life? What would that do for your quality of life? Well, there's an opportunity here that I think you need to take a look at, whether it's a full look and you want to fully jump in, or you just want to kind of step your toe in initially. There's something here that I think people don't always realize, right? And there's about 3 different categories of people in this world. That you're one of the people that you have a lot of time but no money, which means it could be unemployment. It could be that you're choosing to not work. So you have all the time in the world to do whatever you want, but unfortunately you don't have the finances to back that up. And so those kinds of individuals need to find something that can help give you more money since you already have all of the time, right? Well, then there's the other category that I think the most people in America fit into. And this is the category where you have money, but you have not enough time, which means you're either an employee and you work for somebody, or you're part of a business ownership. But most small businesses and most small business owners, and I can attest to this, they work just about the same, if not massively amounts of hours more than just a traditional employee. So what that means is that you probably have money, but because of the amount of time that you're working, you have no time to do the things that you want to do, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate to think about you spending your entire life working, but never, ever, ever getting to do the things that the whole point of you to work is to do. And so the third category of people, which I think is very, very few people in this world, which they have time and money. There's very few types of industries, very few things in this world that allow you both of those things. Passive residual income is kind of the holy grail of investments, things that you can do to kind of make money, but it is also very problematic because with passive residual income in a lot of the other outlier industries like real estate, all of those things require a very, very heavy initial investment, right? So if you're going to buy property and then you get money from rental or a dividend from that, it requires that you put down a large sum of money initially. Well, most of us don't have that large sum of money, and if we did, of course we would do that, and then you would have the benefit of it. But the great thing about our industry, the network marketing industry that you've been invited to hear about, is that we have the advantages of that passive residual income with a low barrier of entry, which means you get the upside of all of the passive residual income of building a team that leverages your time, that you only have to do things once and then you continually get paid for them without that heavy, heavy, high investment where you're looking at multiple years before you get paid back. And so what we're seeing in this industry across the board everywhere in this world is that people are starting to turn to side gigs, whether it's like the millennial group or it's just people that are realizing that their 9 to 5 is not doing for them what they wanted. And you can see this emergence through Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Airbnb and the influencer groups on like the Amazon Prime, the Amazon influencer things that they do as well. So our industry, the network marketing direct selling industry, is also a part of that group. And the gig economy is becoming massively huge because it allows people to choose when they want to work. It allows them if they're adding on a second income, and then just massive work flexibility. The only drawback to the gig economy that is not network marketing is that if you're not driving your Uber car, for instance, you're not making money, right? So if you're still trading time for dollars. Well, the difference, like I mentioned before with direct selling, is, for instance, you can build a large distribution network through Vasayo. And what happens is that every time you get customers, anytime your team does anything, you're being paid residually off the work that they do, which means that you do something once and then you're continuing to get paid, which is one of those wealth principles that is just phenomenal. But it exists very rarely in very many industries because it's just not that common. Most industries require a dollar for transaction. So you go in, you work for an hour, you get paid for that hour. And this is one of those industries that doesn't. So if you can find a way to take advantage of that, it's going to be so beneficial for you in the long term. Now, you're probably asking, why would I choose Vasayo, and why did all of us as leaders come to this company? Well, it needed to be backed by someone that has a group of individuals that have, number one, already walked the walk. They've done this before. They've had 2 companies that they've brought to $1 billion. They have won many awards based off of the things that they've done in the past. And they've got a high integrity, high value system that really and truly resonates with all of us leaders. And if you're gonna plant your flag somewhere, if you're gonna be with a company, you want to be with a company that has high integrity, high values, cares about the customers, and takes care of their entire field. And that's what you have here at Vasayo. And there's going to be a short video that's going to show you the pillars of the company, who this leadership group is, and what the company has to offer. I love that video. Every time I watch it, it helps resonate with me and affirm the reasons why we're here. And I do really believe that if in life, if you have gratitude, you'll always find a way to have a happy life. And part of Vasayo and part of what they want to do is create gratitude and bless people's lives, whether it's financially, whether it's better health, whether it's creating opportunities for the less fortunate. And that well-roundedness and the ability to do all of those things under one roof is rare. And it really and truly is a blessing for this to have come into our lives. And speaking of blessings, the next individual I'm going to bring on to kind of talk to you guys about some really, really important aspects of our team and Overcome Nation is this individual. She is a mom of 2 boys. She originally was and I'm probably going to say this wrong, a VP of admissions for a university. So she was a professional person in the corporate world, or so to speak. But in this industry, she is a $1 million earner. And what that means is that she has blessed so many lives. She knows the path to how to make the money, to teach the system. She is a phenomenal human being and an amazing mentor and leader. And she's here to share with you guys the tricks and tips and all the ins and outs of the industry. So I'm happy to bring on Jen Perga.
Thank you so much, Stacy, and you guys. What an honor to have your time on a Saturday. We're excited to share with you guys. One of the biggest reasons I took a look at this company was right here, the Overcome Nation Business School. There is nothing like it in the entire industry. So not only are we partnered with the owners that Stacy mentioned and the products that the video touched on, but the Overcome Nation Business School, there is literally nothing like it in the entire industry, where we're taking average people and helping them, they have hopes and dreams. They've said, yes, I either want more time or more money and freedom, but show me the way. And there has been a significant group of leaders, probably some that have invited you here today, that have laid a foundation, have contributed to over 400 hours of true financial education. So someone that's a brand new beginner that starts in this industry can come in and learn how to win. So to have long-term vision. They're also helping people that want to do short-term wins and be able to get paid right away in the business, but it really brings people, not that hype and emotionalism, but teaching them the foundation of financial education. So you think of cash flowing assets. How can you invest a one-time only, be able to write that off on your taxes, and be taught to be in cash flow in just less than 30 days in business? That's what our business school does. It's the only one in direct sales, and it teaches people really how to apply it to network marketing, so they're not feeling hypey. They're really proud of this industry that's one of the greatest wealth creations. You see Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, that really know this is how you can create wealth and walk away from it and be able to create that. But it teaches business owners how to talk the love language of what business owners want to do. They don't want to know, like, get in, get rich. They want to feel like you can actually build a strong foundation brick by brick, and then be able to do that in a timing with a company where you need to have those layers of leadership, teaching them the skills. And as a leader in the industry, I want to know my team can come in, and whatever stage they're at, they may be on chapter 1. Some of them may be on chapter 7 in their growth process. No matter what chapter they're in, they get to come in, fit in, and learn the next layer to build their capacity and leadership to be able to then go on and make the type of income they've wanted to for their family. It teaches them truly how to become a network marketing professional in this industry. So I'm super proud. There's 7 key strengths that you need to stand the test of time. Any of you guys are in any sort of business, you personally know this. It's a mental game. There's days when you don't want to keep continuing on in your business, and you're like, how? This is what our business school also helps people with, is mental strength, teaching them on the down days how to not keep them down so long, how to have the emotional ability to, deal with people. We have people. Life is about people and influencing and loving people, and then how to deal with those emotional things when somebody may say something that you may not like in business, how to deal with those, how to have physical strength. In order to be have high energy or to even make it through, you got to learn the strengths of having your physical body being well and taken care of, and then that financial strength. Some people are able to learn how to have money, or we're not taught how to get out of debt. We're not taught how to actually structure their investments. Here you're actually going to learn financial strength, spiritual strength, time strength, how to use that wisely, and then your own social media strength. You are taught those things in our business school, and we're so excited about having that tool for you to plug and play right into, and then be able to have that very thing for your team to win, and they will win big time. So I want to bring on now Stacy to talk a little bit about the products, and we're going to talk timing and where you're looking at this in the growth curve.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. You guys, the business school is phenomenal. It's one of those things that, like Jen talked about, it allows you to incubate and kind of learn as you go. I think one of the main drawbacks in this industry, if you've ever been in another company and felt like, gosh, I just did not learn enough, and I didn't understand what I was doing, that will not be the case here. I would say that you're going to be so overloaded with education if you want to, and you have the ability to go at your own speed. It's really just something that has cracked the code in the industry that is not being done anywhere else. So as a leader, if you're somebody that is looking to bring a team over, it's a phenomenal advantage for you and for your team. So when we're talking about the product line and kind of what is it that you're going to be using as your distribution center, the company has recognized that there's a massive problem with supplements. There's a massive problem with just nutrition in the world. And so what they're trying to do is come up with a solution that allows us to capture market share of multiple categories that no one else has. And what that means and what that translates to is if you are able to capture a large category market share and be the disruptor in that category, you will own that category, and it won't matter what competitors come in. And they have found a way to do this in the health and wellness industry in multiple categories by creating this liposomal technology and delivery system. What this means is basically just your body's going to get all the supplements and nutrients that it needs exactly where it's supposed to. Because what happens is when you take a normal supplement or normal food, it happens to biodegrade in your body before it even gets to the places where it's supposed to go. This is a technology that was developed many, many years ago by the science and technology community and the medical community for people like cancer patients that were not getting the nutrients that they needed. Vasayo has brought this into the supplement industry and packaged it with all of the products that they have. This common thread across all of the product lines we have is what will cause a massive disruption in multiple categories. Being able to be a part of that and on the front side of that, you guys, will be massively huge for any of you that decide to partner with our company and use this as your distribution center. So personally for me, I have loved the core vitamins. Don't make my stomach upset. They don't cause me to have that kind of vitamin taste in your mouth that you can kind of start to have over the day when you're taking a pack of vitamins. And I honestly can say this is the only vitamin that I've ever taken that I actually felt a difference in the way that I felt about 4 days in. And I've never had that in any product before. Jen, what's your favorite product, and what's the one that you kind of can't live without?
Well, I would have to say I can't even pick one. I love all of them, but with the CBD, you guys, I was the most drawn because we are ahead of a $22 billion boom that's good. I mean, when they foreshadow what's going to happen with CBD, to me, with liposome technology being one of the world's only liposome technology patented companies, CBD is projected to be a $22 billion industry by 2022. That is enormous, especially in the network marketing space, to be able to have a patented liposome technology CBD. And I love the CBD oil. It tastes good. And then the CBD lotion as well, to be able to have that for our people that I love and people that are in pain, that have inflammation. That is probably my absolute favorite. And I love that we get to be ahead of the curve in that as well. And so you guys, you were taking a look at this company by no accident. You were looking at when the grand opening was in 2017. We are right here. We're right in front of that. By year 3, that is when people say that you're still in that pre-momentum stage, but we're headed right into convention. That's why we're doing this today for the next 14 days. We want you to understand, if you take a look at this and you're able to get your questions answered, that's called pre-momentum, where you make a decision and then you get to benefit from all the growth that has taken place and will take place in the months and years to come. So that's where we're at right now. And then the way that I want to tell you guys, some of you guys who are, how would you get paid? There are 8 generous ways that you get paid here at Vasayo, with customers, product bonuses, team commissions, up to $28,000 a week. Would that stink if that were you? How would you feel if you were able to make up to $28,000 a week in team commissions? I think you could probably pay some of your bills or have a really good life. And then there's matching bonuses. So here's what's amazing. In the corporate world, you don't get help. You don't get extra income by helping people win. Here in our business model, the more people you help win, the larger you're compensated for that. We also just build 2 teams in a binary. So what that means as well is this team works so well together. Everything that's put into the company, there's only 2 places for it to go. So it works in synergy. People want to help each other. Rank advance. You have rank advancement bonuses, global leadership bonuses. One of our top leaders just hit Black Diamond and is in Greece right now on a lifestyle trip. We have a trip to the Bahamas that's early on for those of you who are just getting started. And then you can have multiple business centers as well. So the reward system is endless. I haven't seen a compensation plan this generous in a very long time. It's incredible. So and then I want to make sure you know that the bells and whistles are here. I had no idea that in a 2-year period of time, our owners are brilliant. Our corporate team is running out of 10. If you wonder, do they already have an app that works for me? Yes, they do. You can see on the screen, they already have a sampling system that you can send right from your phone to the customers or prospective partners that you would want to take a look. Everything's firing on all cylinders on the corporate side. So you can rest assured when you join. I haven't seen that in 2 years in a company where someone comes in at this pre-momentum stage and everything is dialed on the system side. Now we're just looking for people like yourselves that want to help us create a movement and a mission in the marketplace to truly go out there and help 1 million people change their lives physically and financially. We are the only people, not only do we have Vasayo as the fulfillment center, we then have the corporate team that's running out of 10. You have just this team, you guys, not all of Vasayo, just this team has a business school to help you or the people that you love or that hook arms with you to be able to win and learn what they need to learn to teach people financially the skills that they need to win in network marketing to build a very large distribution center. So it is my gut today that you probably were invited because someone thought highly of you, and that you probably intuitively know right now, man, I do want to becoming a founding member of this team. And so I decided to come in on the largest builder package because I knew I wanted to try every one of the products. Them. You may look at the product line, get back with whoever put you on today, but I want to urge you to make a decision because we're looking to double this team in a very short period of time as we head into convention. What that means to you is that growth can happen underneath you if you decide, okay, I want to, make a decision and get which package whoever put you on today will let you know. But I would personally suggest a builder pack because when you do that, you're going to get to try every one of the things that we have and then or adjust to what fits for you. But then what we want to do is invite you back on Monday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. So that would be 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern to confirm what you just heard. Invite 2 to 5 of your friends to be with you. And here's why that's important. Once you make a decision, you want to have your first 2 people to be with you to confirm that and then get in position so that as we head into convention in just 14 days from now, that those people will be benefiting from the growth, but they'll already have said, yes, I want to be able to get involved either as a customer or a business partner. And we're excited to welcome you into our community at whatever way you either want to get these products in your body, you want to learn more, or you want to be able to learn and grow a distribution center. Whichever way that is, we welcome you here. And then for those of you guys who want to have guests on the next line, please go ahead and get into, we want to invite you Monday evening to also confirm that as well. And we'll see you in the marketplace. We look forward to welcoming you into our community. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.